All right, have you ever wanted to start organizing your stuff and you get started and you realize, I don't know where to put my stuff, and you're just stuck because you're like, I don't know where this should go. It doesn't make any sense. So I've got 3 tips for you to figure out where to put all your stuff. If you don't know me, my name is Jenna Love. I'm an organizing specialist at Rooms Need Love, and my job is to help you make space so that you can do things that are more important than cleaning and organizing all day long. All right, so let's get into these 3 tips for figuring out where to put all your stuff. So first tip has to do with like those just regular everyday areas like your kitchen. So first tip is to figure out how to organize it. Where can you put it so that it's efficient for you? So for example, my dishwasher is right over here. And so because I have to unload the dishwasher, I put all my dishes up in here because it's really close to where the dishes are. So it makes it really fast and efficient. Secondly, I have my utensils sitting on the counter right here, right next to my stove. Sorry, it's a little close. So that I can quickly just grab a utensil that I need while I'm cooking. Most of my other stuff is inside the drawers because I don't use them that often, but this stuff I want out because I do use it a lot more often than the other things. So it's just easier and faster and more efficient. So that's how I decided to keep those things on the counter instead of inside a drawer or a cabinet. Here's another example, one more. I have all of my drinking glasses in here. They're right above the coffee maker and right next to the fridge because that's where you're going to get all your drinks. So it just makes sense and it makes it really fast. And in the kitchen, you want to get things fast because you're hungry, or at least we are around here. All right, so tip number 1 is to make sure that your organization is efficient. So just whatever makes sense. Where should this go that makes the most sense so I can get it quickly? And that's the big thing about organizing, is that you can find things very quickly. All right, so second is to create like a catch-all area. And this one you kind of have to be careful with because you don't want to have one entire room to become a catch-all. And this is stuff that it doesn't really fit into a particular category. So this weekend I was working with a client. She was organizing her playroom and she kept coming across toys and she's like, these don't really fit in any particular category. They're not really, Legos or puzzles or anything like that. So for something like that, toys that are just kind of random, I recommend doing a catch-all, something that's kind of like a little toy chest where you can get random things inside of it. Another place that's kind of a catch-all is a junk drawer. You have a lot of really useful things, but they don't really fit in any particular category. So you can put everything in there. But I do recommend for something like this that you make sure it's not a very big area, just a small basket or bin or drawer, something you can organize or declutter in less than 20 minutes because you don't want to have an entire room that's like a catch-all room. That would kind of defeat the purpose of organization. But just those random things that don't really fit anywhere, you could put them all into, contain them in one basket, one bin, whatever it is. So that's the second tip, is have a catch-all, but make sure you're careful and that it's small and it still makes sense. Like, it's random things, but they still kind of fit together because they're random. I hope that makes sense. Okay, the third tip is to rework the areas that you are naturally going to put things. So this is like when you come home, where are you putting your keys and your shoes? Probably just in natural areas. Like for us right now, we have to park outside at the moment. So we have this table sitting here, and that's just where we've been dumping all of our stuff. It makes it easier rather than just dumping it on the floor or putting it on the counters. Maybe for your family, it is putting everything on the kitchen island. I know that happens a lot. So what you can do, instead of trying to change your habits, because that's going to be really hard to do, rework the area so that it actually fits with what your habit is. So you can get like trays or baskets and place them on the counter. Maybe you add little hooks on the edge of your island so that you can hang things, just to contain it and make it have a home there, and so that it's not this constant mess there. So my husband actually uses our closet as his place where he just dumps all of his stuff, and before it would just be all over the shelf. And I got him a little tray, or a box actually. I literally got him a box, like a box lid, and he puts all his stuff in there, and it just contains it, and it makes it look nicer, and it's easy for him to find everything that he needs. So those are my 3 tips. So decide what would be most efficient, create a catch-all for those things that are just a little random, but they kind of don't really fit anywhere, and then rework the areas where you're naturally going to put your stuff. I'm going to be doing a free masterclass in January, and I'm going to be teaching you more tips on figuring out where to put your stuff. So if you want to be one of the first ones to register for that, go to roomsneedlove.com/VIP list, and I will be emailing you as soon as that class is available. All right, that's all I got for you today. I hope these were helpful. Let me know if they were, and I will see you soon.